Hey guys, what's going on? Brian back with another video, and today we'll be going over the Green Zone and the new update 18 Undead Labs has coming to us. All right, guys. So I know a lot of us aren't very happy with Green Zone. I was in the live stream. I seen a lot of you guys complaining, but the one thing that I do give Undead Labs credit for is you guys got to understand that like I'm an elitist. Like I play the game at an extremely high level, but I don't look down on people who play at lower levels. So there really is a lot of people out there, guys, that find State of Decay hard. They don't find the game very easy at all, even on the standard difficulty. I've watched people have a really, really hard time playing the game. So for me, I understand what Undead Labs is doing, because for new players who find standard zone too hard, guys, they don't have any other options. The only thing they can do is just stop playing the game. So for them to have another difficulty that's accessible for newer players, it is what it is. I mean, do I wish they would focus on, maybe a harder difficulty? Yeah, I do. But, as they said, this is just the first phase in this whole update thing, that come this fall, they'll have something for the more hardcore players. So we have that to look for, guys. They're not only are they going with an easier difficulty, but I'm pretty sure that this fall they're going to be coming at us with a harder difficulty. So that is something I feel we can look forward to. Now, guys, as you can see here, these are the changes, the major changes that they're doing to the green zone. Their enemies deal less damage. You lose less stamina per swing during fights. Freak zombies aren't as prominent, like you won't see them as much or as frequent around the map. And when you scavenge, you get more resources, you get more weapons and stuff like that. So basically, from what it seems, they didn't tone down the zombie spawns all that much. It just more or less seemed like they buffed the characters. Like you take less damage, um, and you find more loot, pretty much. And the zombies don't see you as easily, and they don't hear you as easily. So for the most part, that's what I'm getting from it, guys. So for all the new players who are having a hard time in standard zone, green zone is going to be exactly what you're looking for. Um, and for the more hardcore experienced players, this update won't particularly be aimed towards you unless you want to go into the green zone and kind of mess around. But I got a video here, guys, that Undead Labs put out. This is green zone from their point of view. So check out the video, and I'll be right back with you right at the end of the video. Peace.
In these COVID times, many of us are stuck at home and we're looking for ways to stay entertained and connected to each other. So why not go kill the horde of zombies together? We're really hoping that a lot of people find the Green Zone a really fun experience. This can be experienced players that want just an easy place to muck around and try crazy, you know, uh, missions or doing things in a bonkers way that they wouldn't try on the normal save game. We're also hoping that this game is a lot more approachable to people that aren't used to the survival sim genre and just kind of want to come in and play around.
Green Zone is all about new players, so if you're thinking about trying State of Decay 2, now is the best time to give it a shot. If you want to explore, you can do that with less pressure. If you just want to learn the game, you could do that with less sort of like zombies bearing down on you. If you already know the game super well and you just want a place to try your craziest zombie ideas, this will be the ideal place to do it because you'll sort of have the consequences lightened a little bit, so you can play around without getting bitten in the same way that in a nightmare zone, trying to survive with brand new strategies that aren't tested is risky, kind of by design. And so here, it's very intentionally not.
So instead of the constant treadmill of paying back, for example, a raccoon on a home loan, we give you the opportunity to go explore and build and survive with a group of Ragtag community members.
Slightly more of them than you'll get in normal modes. Actually, we have a neat little feature where if your community's morale is high enough in the green zone, people will actually hear about you and basically show up and ask you if you need another pair of hands to help out around the house.
We're incredibly excited to launch Green Zone because we're going to look at this feedback, as Brian said, and this will help inform a very interesting feature that's going to launch this fall. I wish we could tell you guys more about it, but this is the stepping stone to something pretty awesome.
Please find us on Discord. You can post about us on your social media of choice. We'll try and keep an ear out everywhere we can. I look forward to hearing what you think about the Green Zone, and if it's your first time into State of Decay,
Stay sane and don't get eaten by zombies.
All right, guys, so that is the green zone. Now we'll just move on to the Plunder Pack. The Plunder Pack is the new Bounty Broker pack that's coming out with the new update. As you guys can see, we got the Spyglass rifle, which they showed off during the live stream, and it is a new 50 cal rifle. It's pretty cool. It seems like it's really, really, really loud, but that we got a new 50 cal, a 50 cal that you can get through the bounty broker because I don't believe there's any 50 cals you can get through the bounty broker. We have the blunderbuss there, which is based off of a obviously a blunderbuss, and that is a pretty damn good shotgun. It seems. Um, I like blunderbuss. I like pirates, so to me it's pretty cool. They got the shovel there, which I guess is a tool from Sea of Thieves. If you guys have played Sea of Thieves, then you know what it is. That cutlass is really cool. It glows, guys. That thing is pretty sweet. And then the bandana, and then they also have a bunch of outfits that are coming out with the pack also. And as you guys can see here, these are the outfits, and that is also the car in the background right there. There's a new car coming with the update. So I think that they're gonna have more cars coming out with the bounty broker stuff. Last bounty was the first time when they gave us the trouble 4x4. Now you're getting this, which is like the Megalodon or something like that. It's the Mega Max. Has a pretty much a custom paint job. Um, and these are some of the outfits that you could see right here. But yeah, guys, so that right there is the Bounty Broker pack. All this stuff will be coming out at some point this week. And now let's move on to the good stuff, guys. We have patch notes. All right, guys. So getting into the patch notes, we're just gonna jump right into them. I got some gameplay in the back of me playing in one of my modded difficulties. So enjoy that while you guys just sit back and listen. So the first notable change that they're adding, which I think is super duper good, is they're making it so pump action shotguns no longer take durability damage. They're just like bolt action rifles and revolvers, which to me adds pumps were really bad because they were slow to reload and they're slow to fire. But now that they don't break, that just gives us another reason to use them. It's one less downside to them, I guess you could say. So that's a really good thing. The next thing, super big change, guys. Heavy weapons. They added forward momentum. Now I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know that the when you were swinging the heavy weapons, you were pretty much like pivoting in place, and you would knock zombies away, and it was almost impossible to get to them. It was so annoying. I couldn't stand it. But they added it so now anytime you swing your heavy weapon, you get a small like little lunge forward, so now it's easy for you to stay on the zombies. So it's they're slowly but surely, guys, making heavy weapons more accessible and easier to use. I still don't know if I'll use them personally, but yeah, we'll see, guys. Another great change that I am super happy about, guys, is the fuel cap on cars. They increased the amount of fuel that cars hold. So they didn't change the gas cans. Like gas cans still only fill the same amount they did previously, but the cars now hold more gas, which just makes it more realistic. You know what I mean, guys? Like the gas before was just like for a big truck, like I should be able to drive them vehicles for a pretty long time, you know what I mean? But yet you'd only be able to drive it like a mile and then you're out of fuel. So for me, I think it's a very welcome change. They increased it, I think by they said by 40% in all vehicles. So there's going to be the vehicles that have the increased gas levels and they're going to have a ton of fuel. But the thing is, it's going to take more cans of gas to fill that vehicle all the way up to full, which is good because I mean, as you guys know, when you get further in the game, you're going to end up having like 20, 30 gas cans at a time stacked up in your base. And, you know, one gas can, you'll never use them. Eventually, you're just going to start just building up a ridiculous amount of gas. But yeah, so that is a very, very, very welcome change for me. And it might have been more than that, guys. I don't know if 40% was the exact amount, but I know they said that they increased it by a whole bunch. The next thing, which I know is 40%, is they increased the damage from 25% to 40% when you hit juggernauts from behind. They want to, this is just them kind of making the whatchamacallit, the melee combat. They're just kind of cleaning that up, the melee combat versus the juggernauts. So now getting behind juggernauts, if you hit them with a melee weapon from behind, well, whether that means you're with somebody else or they're aggroing the juggernaut and you can come up behind them and hit them, it just does 40% more damage. So that is a good thing. You know what I mean? Um, if you ever notice when you're going to fight and you run at the zombie, but you have an AI follower with you, how you run into your AI follower indefinitely until they move out of the way. They made it so that doesn't happen anymore. Um, and when you're out there, your followers will no longer come across the radio and be like, "Hey, I just found this," when they're standing there right next to you, obviously not finding anything. Another big change is they across the board on all levels, they are increasing all storage by 10. The base storage, which I am super happy for because I always felt that the storage levels were very, very low, especially when you get later on in the game. Everybody's constantly having to store all their extra stuff in vehicles and having to do the rucksack glitch and things like that just to accommodate all of the whatchamacallit, all of the materials or all of the food you got stacked up. So now they're increasing it by 10. So the baseline now I think is 25 and then you upgrade it to like 35. So it's a really, really good change. And then obviously when you specialize to a level 3, whether that means your food and ammo or when you specialize guys, that's going to go up even higher. So you're going to have quite a bit of storage guys. And then another thing is now you can check your survivors into the infirmary to speed up the partial blood plague infection, where you have not full blood plague, but you just have the white bar. Yeah, they made it now so you can check your people in there, and it will just speed up how fast they are healed. And then finding a new map where you search it on your radio there or the command center, as long as you have an upgraded command center, that is free. There's no more cost. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the notable ones. There's other small changes I didn't really find ultra relevant, but for the most part, that's all the big changes coming across, along with the plunder pack and the iteration of the new green zone, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know that you guys probably don't agree with a lot of the stuff that they're doing, but we can look forward to fall, guys. Like I said, the developers, they're constantly trying, to add stuff to the game, and you know, I'm not mad at them. I understand that there's probably new players that can't really handle the standard zone. It is what it is, and this is for them, which helps us because as long as the community keeps growing, they can keep putting more stuff into the game, and it's a win-win for everybody, guys. So thank you again for watching the video, guys. If you guys are interested in harder stuff, come to one of my live streams, guys. You'll be able to jump in and play some modded State of Decay with me. I play on extremely hard levels of difficulty. Uh, Xbox, PC, it doesn't matter what system you're on. State of Decay is cross compatible. So come, sub to the channel. When I go live, you'll get a notification and we'll play together, guys. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.